Hey everybody, welcome back to Resident Evil 2. When last we left off, we died to dogs. It's quite that simple. But yeah, we literally got to that room there and got eaten by dogs. So as I said I would, I took some time. I took some time to just very quickly blaze through and get back to where we were. So we're now back down here, right outside the kennel where we got eaten last time. But something that I realised we forgot to do is we still need to go into the autopsy room to get the submachine gun. So we're going to go and do that. You may notice that I don't have the key in my inventory anymore. That's because I very quickly hit it as we were going through. Yes, there's a couple of doggies in here. Damn it. These fucking dogs. If I had more than just like 10 bullets in reserve, I would get rid of them, but I'm gonna need all of my shotgun shells for the fucking autopsy room. Hey, buddy. Can you move sort of this way a bit? There we go, so I can just zoop. We are going to presumably have an absolute scramble fight here. It's a liquor this time, not a shed load of Zangos. Thank you. Excuse me. God damn it. Okay. Well, this is why we have save states. There we go. Alright. Friggin' things. The fact that you have to wait for the dog to get fully back onto its feet before it will take any damage. Alright, I am out of reserve ammunition now. B-side is a lot tougher than A-side. Not respecting the Dukes, sir. Sometimes those magnetic grabs can be some real bullshit. That was a weird noise. God damn it. Okay. What happened to just being able to shotgun these things to death? I've done it before. I don't want to have to keep reloading this save state because then they're sort of taking the magic out of the experience. just want my submachine gun so I can absolutely run Billy's shit. It's a lot easier to deal with when in the remake when you have flash grenades. So you can just chuck one of them at Asalicka's feet and they're basically powerless. Anything? You seem to have gotten turned around, so I'm just gonna... There's nothing in any of these. Oh boy. Okay, I am absolutely out of reserve ammo. 5 shotgun shells and a dream. You things like climbing on the walls, right? Can you do that and get the fuck out of my way? Good enough. Right now. Oh, come on. Fine. Got into the... Hang on, this doesn't help me, does it? No, it's the next door. Piss. Doot doot. Here we go. Bullets, nice. It's not much, but it's something. Oh boy, you take up space, hey. Anything? Can we take the riot shield? Or maybe one of the batons? There's not anything else. Okay, now we just need to get back to the lower save room. Yep, it's those spiders. This is a safe room, I believe. Oh no, this is the kennels. Yeah. I also cleared out this place because I'm not standing for getting eaten by those dogs a second time. Okay. We are officially making progress now. Leg it past the spiders. These things. Thankfully, they're nice and slow. Whew. Weirdly, that's the... I'm pretty sure that's the only spot... That's the only place where spiders are. In B-side, I think. Okay. Yeah, keep the submachine gun. I'm going to put the shotgun away and get the magnum out. Problem is, I need to get all of these plugs coming with me. How are we going to do this, I wonder? I'm just going to put the handgun away. We'll actually, no, you know, I will actually use that first aid spray. Use that. Okay. Bring all of the spark plugs. Thankfully, I know that the path to the puzzle area is secure, so I can come back in. There we go, it's in the skeptic tank. Oh, hi Billy! Was not expecting to see you. Uh-oh. Ugh. Ooh. Let's do something silly. Bonked. Goodbye. Huh. Alright, I was not expecting that animation. I was expecting him to just fall and then he just disappeared when I come back. Okay. King, Rook, Bishop, Knight. In that order. King, Rook, Bishop, Knight. Bleep. Alright, I'm going to go back and very quickly save. And, also put the magnum away. Yeah, didn't think we were going to be facing off against Billy right there, but we certainly showed him what for. Okay. Gun. And do a proper save. Sit up a little straighter. There we go. Lumbar support. Okay, so I've got 15 bullets in and 15 in reserve, so that means I can at least take some stuff down. Take down a couple of zombies. Howdy, monkey. How's it going? How's the monkey business? Cable's tangled up around my leg. Alright. What lies beyond the spooky door? Ever so slightly enraged. What? Oh, hi, Ada. What's up, my friend?
What was that all about? Running off like that was reckless and stupid. Those zombies are everywhere. Not to mention that thing that got Ben.
I was there, Leon. I know.
Look, Ada. As an officer, it's my job to look out for you. But we're not going to get through this alive if we don't work together. Okay?
All right. We'll do this your way for now.
I'm kind of surprised at how much Ada's like constant femme fatale voice is like how early that was in the design. Bergth. Are we gonna have to fight the crocodile as well, or? Cold draft is blowing in. Surely that means that there's fresh air that way. Oh, good. Oh, good. Blue herbs. Always slightly worrying when you find 2 blue herbs. Early 2000s, every game had a femme fatale. True, but Ada's not wearing any latex or leather, you know? She's a classy lady. A lot of the the femme fatales of the 90s and early aughts were wearing your sort of Nina Williams spy catsuit, you know? Now, what contrivance are we going to have to split up our gang here? Okay, yeah, this is all the weird, what do you call it? Scheduling. Mix these up. Sorry, don't you mind me, Ada, I'm just going to do a whole bunch of inventory management. One of these opens, right? Yeah, here we go. Hidden storage room back here. There's a bunch of good stuff back here last time. See shit, Captain. Alcohol. Why is there a fucking oil lantern back here? Good soup, hell yeah. Oh, speaking of, magnum bullets. Wait, hang on, so... Can I... weird. I guess that was going to be like a situation of... It's too dark to see anything if I tried to pick anything up while... Oh, come on. But it would be a situation if I tried to pick up anything Oh my god, come on. If I tried to pick up anything while it's dark, the game would go, it's too dark. Shotgun shells. Anything on the racking? Okay, there's not much back here, but extra magnum rounds and some shotgun shells. I won't say no. Howdy, Ada. Come on, you can do it. What I really need right now is just more pistol ammo. Oh, be in it.
Ada! Heads up!
Oh!
Leon, that woman was... I have to talk to her.
Oh, you're just gonna leave him? The wound does not seem to be mortal. Okay, he's, you know, he's just in... shock. You're not gonna patch him up or anything? You're just gonna leave him there to bleed? Get after her then. Oh, right, I'm gonna need to get the valve. God, roaches. Ugh. But I'm gonna need to get the valve out of storage for the weird bridge puzzle in here. Whoa!
Don't move. You're the one who was with that cop, if I'm not mistaken. Identify yourself. Ada Wong. Ada Wong.
It's a bit difficult to tell because of the resolution, but it looks like Annette has, like,
Now I remember. One of the men from Chicago who
eye
came to assist
bags
the
baked into
T-virus
her model.
research used his girlfriend's name as his password. Ada and John, I believe. How did you know? Who are you? Annette Birkin. My husband is the man responsible for the creation of the T-virus. William Birkin. What? John's dead. He became one of those zombies. My condolences. And although I regret this, you will be joining him shortly. I won't let anyone take the G-virus away from me. G-virus? It's capable of creating the ultimate bioweapon.
Keep him talking. Keep him talking.
It's even greater than that of the T-virus. Then that must mean the creature in the police department is... precisely my husband, William. And it's all Umbrella's fault. None of this would have happened if they hadn't tried to steal his research away from him. Where did you get that pendant? It looks exactly like the one I gave Sherry. She dropped it. I've been holding on to it for her. Liar! Give it back to me!
Just try and rush somebody who's got a gun. Oh, goodbye.
Too bad.
Okay. So that's interesting. Oh. we have here? Oh, it's not even listed in my inventory. But yeah, so Ada seduced John. Don't need this right now. That's not for you to decide, Ada. But yeah, so Ada seduced John, presumably to. Actually, now that we're not chasing a neck, let's get back to Leon. Seduced John, presumably to get information about what's going on with the mansion. John was apparently a lot more into it than Ada was. Okay, looks like the only way out is this way. Because the fan's turned back on now. Don't quite remember how to turn it off. Game? Oh.
Ada?
Okay, we're still listed as fine. So how does Leon get the bandages then? So I'm not going through there. There we go, check the bodies for ammunition. Small key. Oh god, is there... Are there any other small keys that... Fun. Okay, just leg it. His body, nope. Also, I better hope that Leon doesn't trip at any stage, because any muck, any of that sewer water in an open wound, and he has got Martian turbo syphilis. Scratch, your character model has changed. No, it hasn't. Look, it's just a graphical glitch. Right, so the two... Slot that in there and free up some space. For some reason, all of our civic infrastructure is based on gacha machine mechanisms. But also, a wound that actually inflicts on your character model is even more reason for why it wouldn't actually hurt. Because... Okay, we are gonna have to just retreat. Yeah, even more reason that it wouldn't actually hurt, because it's separated from gameplay. Though it would be pretty interesting for there to be a game where your character gets increasingly injured by the events of the story as the game goes on, and you just have to deal with that. Like, I think there was one of the, as weird as it feels to hold this up as, like, the standard, Call of Duty, one of the missions in Black Ops 2, I think, your character gets his arm broken, and you have to try and survive using only one-handed pistols. Doot. There we go. Come on. Hang on. Tool chest. Anything in the tool chest? Hey, let's go. We need to figure out what the oh, nice. We do need to figure out what the small key goes to. Also, I need to get in the habit of just like checking out more random junk, because apparently there's all sorts of supplies just hidden around. I've actually got like fairly healthy supply of ammunition now. Swap that for that. So that's a full RGB. Just rub some of that mixed herb into your exit wound, and you'll be right as by tomorrow. I know this would be like super fucking unnecessary, like display of realism in a game like this, but it would be interesting just to see some amount of the no doubt 6 or 7 weeks spent in hospital getting all of these gunshot wounds and bite marks sewn back up. I feel like they could at least do with like a nod towards it of just like, yeah, shit hurts. I'm gonna need to send this back up at some point as well, because I still need to get the Eagle medal. Yeah, here we go. And a whole bunch of herbs. A typewriter and no space. You know what? I'm just gonna. You know, don't even worry about it. Ignore that little notification at the top. Game mechanic: if you get hurt enough, you have to spend time in recovery. That causes time in the story to go on without you, potentially changing the plot. Would be interesting if done right. I have seen some games do that. It was... what game was it? Pathways into Darkness. It's a dungeon crawler, and you get health back by resting, but you have a certain like time limit on when the evil alien god that you are there to slay awakens and destroys the world. So the more you get slapped around, the more danger you are in of potentially not making it in the end. Okay, no gator. But yeah, that would be pretty good in a sort of Dead Rising-y style open world where it's all about managing your time. Yeah, Marathon. The fucking lore of Marathon is bonkers. Oh,
Leon.
he's about to fucking black out from blood loss.
Things any easier.
Quiet, Leon. I'll patch you up.
There we go.
Much,
I've
too, I owe you.
put some bandages on the outside of your stab vest. It's fine.
I just found out. John's dead.
What?
Never mind. Let's just get out of here. The sooner the better.
I wonder if in this one Ada's motivation for finding John is I need to silence him to get rid of any evidence that I was involved in Resident Evil 1. Okay, I can't take the... Yeah, I've got to go this way because I don't have enough space. Does that remove the valve from my inventory? No, it doesn't. Okay. Yeah, I need to go, clear some space, come back. Bugs? No. Ain't that handy. Yeah, and now that's got me thinking. Oh god, spiders. Interesting note, Ada was originally going to be an umbrella scientist named Linda. In case you're not familiar with any of the 1.5. No, I'm not familiar with 1.5. Truth be told, I'm fairly new to the broader Resident Evil lore. Ahead of playing 7, I watched a sort of lore explained video. So I know a little bit, but I was not familiar with there being a 1.5. Okay, so you can go away. I'm gonna grab that small key just in case we find... Leon, come on! But the Resident Evil lore is serpentine at best. It is all over the bloody place. Yeah, go back through the vent. Grab the medal. Oh. Well, fuck. Now I have to go back. When it says you can stop the fan briefly, it does mean brief. I have to go back and get the valve handle because I'm going to have to go round. The original build for 2 that was scrapped that people have been searching for a playable version for some time, only recently been found in a relatively playable state. You know, I've noticed a weird thing. Is that between this and the recent Pokemon leaks, people seem to have a very odd habit of taking story beats that were scrapped and cut as still being valid. It's very odd. Like, I always get confused because people tend to use this term for just like anything, but my understanding of the term was death of the author is anything that you don't say in a in a story. If it's not like if it's in your head but you don't put that as words on the paper, then it's not canon. You know, if that was important, you should have put it in the story. And so that's what I mean about these bits being like, well, this was cut out of the game, but people still act as if it's valid, you know? Okay, we're gonna do another loopy roundy. Bloody hell. Speedrun ruined. Oh, that's where Elsa Walker comes from. Yeah, because the original Claire Redfield's outfit is that she was like a motocross champ who was just happened to be like a resident of Raccoon City. Because I know that the Elsa Walker outfit is it's racing leathers. Case of 1 point. Oh, hang on, let's read the full thing that you said there. So your point is weird. I think most people just like to have more of a thing that they like. Case of 1.5, just want to see what they could have gotten. Yeah. You know what? That would be a fun thing to do. Is if they because for 2 Remake, they did the Ghost Survivors series of side stories. So it was Robert Kendo, the mayor's daughter, and what's his buckets, one of the members of Hunk's team. And it was a whole sort of what if they survived kind of arrangement. Anything in the garbage? No ammunition in the garbage. This is America. But yeah, that would be a real interesting thing if you really had like the time. You could just dump a burger box or banker's box full of here's all of the scrapped storylines, characters that we never did anything with, all of this stuff. Make just a bunch of like the Animatrix style what if little stories. Yada yada yada, we've read all this. That'd be pretty fun. Just like let's get not necessarily a Elsa Walker game, but let's have a game that has Elsa Walker and Linda and Tony Redgrave, all of those characters. You know, the guy who was originally going to be the protag of Resident Evil 4 was Tony Redgrave, and that eventually became Devil May Cry 1. That would be fun. And there's 1.5 does have several sequences that could be interesting to see, like a weird dream sequence. Well, that's what I mean, or just like do a Twilight Zone. This is a view into a world not unlike our own, though the differences may be disturbing. Tony Redgrave. Oh, Tony Spencer. Yeah, because I know that because in Devil May Cry 1, Tony Redgrave is Dante's like civilian name. You know, that's the name that all his bills are under. was about to say, well, I'm glad all the spiders are gone. Not. Sparta is based on the idea they had for Lord Spencer originally, which is wild. Wait, so that was going to be Oswald? I mean, that'd be pretty fucking rad to just have, like, a guy turn into a weird flesh knight out of nowhere. Yeah, but considering that my first encounter with Oswald Spencer was him decrepit in a wheelchair getting fucking murdered by Wesker. But yeah, that's Capcom. If anyone at Capcom's listening, that's what I want to see. I want to see give me a Ghost Survivors compilation disc where it's just all the... Howdy, Ava. We're spitballing new Resident Evil games right here. We're talking about various bits and pieces that got scrapped from Resi games over the years, and I'm just saying I want to see, like, I want a compilation disc of just, like, short games based around all the characters that got binned. You know, have each story be like 2 to 4 hours a piece, but like I say, you have a Elsa Walker escaping from Raccoon City bit. You have Linda escaping from the mansion. You have Tony Spencer, stuff like that. That'd be cool, I think. You know, it doesn't even have to be that high budget. Just give me, like, a couple of hours with a bunch of weird characters, and explicitly state that their stories are not canon. Oh, hi, Billy. Fuck me running. Ugh. Rattle him. Okay, we're good. Imagine Tony would be like a playable Wesker mode. Honestly, don't know much about the Scrap 4 outside of basic concepts and prototype artwork. Yeah, but like I say, it originally turned into Devil May Cry 1, so there's probably going to be a bit of the silliness with the twin pistols and, you know, tearing some shit up that way. Don't forget to use the light here. Yes, I did forget to do that before. There's the weird flare gun out in the walkway. Just lit up a tiny W box key. What does that? What's W box? An object key, umbrella. Okay. W box. I don't remember a W box. Boy. save our shells a little bit. It's in the room where you make the G-Virus cure. Right. Down. Anything you've got? Nothing? Okay. We're clear, let's go. Ah! Yeah, no, it's just occurred to me. I know... Check the body again. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's just occurred to me. I know where the W box is. It's that weird locker that was that had the strip light above it. Check the body again. Okay. I'm not seeing anything. He's just sort of clipped into the wall a bit. If nothing, then I think I'm thinking of is in the next room. Yeah, this doesn't seem to have anything going on. I shot him and he didn't react. Ape is this? Oh, it's another one with a dead end at the end. Ada's pitching in. There you go, teamwork makes the meme work. Ah. Bull. Well, if I'm right, we should be not far from the, should be not far from the security room. And honestly, it's only one green herb. I think we can survive.
We finally arrived. There must be something hidden here.
Fix the inventory. I'm pretty sure we don't need the valve handle anymore. I'm going to take a brief moment just to go and use the facilities. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Really want to... Bite, can you do me a favour? Where does the small key go? Where does this last small key go? Because I have no earthly clue. That way, and there's a first aid spray. Something you missed that is probably not important. I never did find the diamond key. idea how I managed to miss it, but for some reason I just never found it. Oh, now you decide to do an ad break? You wait until after I get back from having a pee. Got a lot of magnum bullets. You recall a small key to get a first aid spray and the Matilda upgrade. Okay. Well, I got the first aid spray and the Matilda upgrade. You know, we should probably... Let's have some fun with the Magnum for a bit, shall we? Machine gun. Why not? Let's party. Besides, I know there's going to be a boss fight coming up any minute. Okay, she's poking. Take the hard hat. We genuinely want to put that on. Of course, Claire's taken the train down. So we have to find another way down. See, that's a good... That is a very good use of the fixed camera angle. Is that you're on camera and you know it. Somebody's watching you. Ah. Control panel key. Excuse me. Right, this is the bit I was thinking of. Here he comes. Hup! Okay. Hi, big boy. He just does not care, does he? Ow. Black Sandal, goodbye. Ada, we need to fucking leave. Assuming that she's still alive in there. Leon comes back in holding his nose like, "Hi Ada, I just got my nose broken."
Come on, let's go.
For some reason that control panel just made the Devil May Cry sound. I'm gonna just put the small key away. If we find out what it goes to, then so be it, but... think Mr. X might now be, at least for now, trapped under the walkway. Right, going down. Uh-oh. It's round 2. Whoa!
Ada! Ada! Can you hear me? Come on, snap out of it!
I think she just had her ear ripped off. She's unconscious. Okay. Do in here, or is it... No, I think it's just going to be a fight. Square up. You go. There he is, you ugly bastard. Ugh. He's got a... Whoa. He's got a big eye on his back now. Ooh. Still got health. Most of a submachine gun. Not trusting that if he's gonna reel up. Ugh. Ah! Oh, you clever devil. Whoa! Holy combo attacks, Batman. Great, and now I'm in danger. He's running out of puff. I just got walloped. Quickly, Leon. Hobble your way to victory. Overheating? Uh-oh.
Welcome back. Hey, take it easy. We're inside Umbrella's secret lab. I'll go find something to treat that wound, so just rest here in the meantime.
But I'll only slow you down with these injuries. Go. Save yourself.
Is it just me, or does everybody always ignore what I say? I told you, it's my job to look after you.
But you'll be in danger if you stay with me. I know I've only known you for a short period of time, but I really enjoy being with you.
There you go. Get the manipulation muscles going.
I'm not capable of caring about anyone, but I don't want to lose you.
We're leaving this place together. Wait here for me. I'll be right back.
Well, not in much of a better state yourself, sir. Can we get into the... Can we get into the security office from here? Yeah, that's a good foible I've always kind of liked about Ada's characterization, is just it's kind of an even split. Shocking. It's almost like events aren't designed to carry humans. Great, Ada gets carried off down the rest of the way. But yeah, interesting thing about Ada's characterization is that she seems to occasionally have moments of just like, oh no, I actually kind of like this guy, you know? Well, I've got the Magnum, so I can just fucking razzle-dazzle anything that, this way, because this is the way to the security safe room. Anything that gets in the way, I can just give it the old razzle-dazzle. Great. Just limp your way to victory, man. You can do it. We appear to be in like the factory area of the lab. Oh, thank goodness, there we go. As long as you can unlock it through, one is Ada's. The closest we get to hear her inner thoughts without it giving away everything. You do also get a bit of that in her phone log in Separate Ways. Is that she'll periodically sort of talk to the camera about how she kind of likes Leon and she occasionally regrets all the crap that she puts him through. Just assuming that we need to bring this box. Oh, these weren't actually in the remake. The remake actually took those logs out, but in original RE4, in Separate Ways, each chapter of Ada's was preceded by Ada just sort of thinking aloud about things, and she has a few things to say about Leon and how dashingly heroic and capable the guy is. What am I doing here? Investigative report on P Epsilon gas. Demands immediate attention. The P Epsilon gas has been proven capable of incapacitating. Oh god, words. Able to unlock that. As I got stuck on the Wii version in the castle for some reason, just never got back to it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you have to beat the base game, and then that gives you separate ways, which is Ada's campaign. Okay, let's try this again. The P-epsilon gas has been proven capable of incapacitating all known BOWs. As such, it's been designated for emergency usage in the event of a BOW escape. Reports based upon data collected during prior incidents indicate the potential for negative side effects. The P-epsilon gas has been proven to weaken BOW cellular function. However, prolonged or repeated exposures will result in the creation of adaptive antibodies to the agent. Furthermore, some species have been observed to absorb the P-epsilon gas as a source of nutrition and use the toxins extracted against anything perceived as a threat. Use of P-epsilon gas should also be severely limited to extreme cases only. We strongly request the authority to re-evaluate the P-epsilon gas deployment system. We'd like this re-evaluation to take place immediately. Second R&D security team. Fat lot of good it did you boys, hey? Those, thank you kindly, and you know what, a save would be a fantastic idea. Let's explore around the room a little bit and see what really I want to do with that box. Do I need to, like, stand on it? Okay. If I leave and come back in to reset it, let's see if we can get this. Because I need to... Yeah, I need to be able to get onto that side of it. Take a while. PS1 block pushing puzzles. Especially with bloody tank controls. There we go. Scoot your way to victory. It's the way that you like to be. All these constant steam vents around here. This room must be so hot and just so humid. Well, piss. All that and I can't even get in there. In the toolkit? Doesn't look like it. Do that again when I come back. Oh, because... Okay, it is actually listed as a true door on the map. Not smelting. Now, what do you reckon we could chuck a certain implacable man into there? Just give him the old Terminator 2. What has that just turned on? Has that turned on the lift? You know, just hold your breath and walk softly. It's not anything. I thought that big column in the middle was... Ugh. It's fine. It's fine, we're in the clear. Probably should have noticed the big sign up there that says danger, hey. Oh, nice. Okay, phew. The box has stayed pushed for my convenience. So now I should be able to get up here. The key is required to open the emergency route. Okay, that must be how Leon gets back to the train. There's the music. Oh boy. Specimens. Still got most of a submachine gun, so... Right, you guys just soaked all of that, huh? Let's save the rest and for hopefully the final fight. What's the key? Right. So I assume Ada's still in there. So we need to find this master key. Fuse. We've got to do this one as well, eh? Right. The T-Virus lab, I think, was this way. Let's head there and get what that is already. Card key. Can't open the shutters until power is restored. This is the Marts. Okay. Okay, we do need to. access my inventory, but I'm an idiot. I can't get into the only safe room. Hearing anything? The inside. Ah, it's this one. Don't you want to know how we keep starting fires? Oh, hello. Boosh. Get fucked. Right. Security manual. It's... yeah. Certain extenuating circumstances. We have read this one. Whoa! It's the flamer from Alien. User registration, yeah. Guest. That's how we can get the proper ending in the end. I really do with an item box right about now. Just gonna... right. I think I may have no choice, but I'm gonna have to run back to the factory area. Yeah, I'm gonna have to... we're gonna have to go back to the factory area and use the item box in there. Hi, buddy. That does mean that this place is going to be about as secure as you could ask for. We can probably safely put the submachine gun away now. I think we can retire the Magnum for a bit as well. So... alright. Probably equip a weapon though. Never realised how much I was relying on the pouch in Claire's campaign. let's quickly go into here, get the fuse. Let's get this place wired back in. Fuse case. And behold the power of the PlayStation. Space is getting to be at quite a premium right about now. Put this in and go and get the key card. There we go. You can see a bit better around here now. Open those shutters just yet because I know that one of them has some rather nasty stuff behind it. Let's see if we can take out these lickers here. That's it. Nice and close. Nice and close. Oh boy, I love trading. Why won't you die? Should not have taken 6 shotgun shells. Let's see what's in here. Let's go. Shotgun shell profit. Now. We need the key card. But yeah, no, I can't take the bloody blowtorch. Okay, well, I can use the key card to get into the lab, and that will also get rid of the W key as well. Then we will come back for the blowtorch. With these plant creatures here, I do not want to be going down. I don't want to be going down behind those shutters until I've got Lamer. It is this door. Oh, this doesn't even use the card key. Yeah, I've still got it. Ugh. This isn't even the right place. Crap. Well, I'm gonna have to go back again and get rid of these friggin' ink ribbons and stuff. Oh my goodness, I did not realise how much 2 item slots really makes. You know what? We're going to go back. We're going to go back to the item box, and I'm just going to drop the pistol there because I have got no frigging ammunition for this thing. I have 1 magazine. One of the things that has definitely improved over the years of the Resident Evil games is that the inventory system is a lot better in the later games. They hit the nail on the head with the sort of Tetris infantry grid square system, and having super limited squares like this, it doesn't quite serve the purpose that I think they were hoping it would, which is making you, you know, have to worry about going back and forth and, like, preparing for a journey through wherever it is you're going. But instead it's just kind of annoying. You just have to run back and, like, drop stuff off. Really pushing our luck going up and down this lift over and over again. There is only so much one can do before the thing's gonna jam. They always tell you, in the event of a disaster in a facility such as this, you take the fucking stairs, because if the power goes out or what have you, and you're stuck there, and you're stuck in the lift, you are in trouble and nobody's coming to help you. Oh. Let's go get that blowtorch. Don't knock that over, Jesus. Let's rock, baby. Alright. We still don't want to... Oh, actually, hang on. It's... Is this the one that leads down, or is it the other one? You know, let's... Still alive, how dare you? Wow, that does not have a lot of ammunition. 62% already. suppose we can find any more of that, eh? Hi. Okay, you can get a lot more done with those. You just need to not miss. Okay, so that's the way down. Let's go the other way. It's weird that killing those two plants doesn't seem to count, because 2 more just spawn. That happened in Claire's campaign as well. And we've just wasted all that flame fuel. Come on, Leon. Weirdly, I seem to be getting stuck on a lot more stuff in Leon's campaign than I did in Claire's. Ow! What? Oh, god damn it. That's another thing that's gotten a lot better with time, is much better health feedback. You get none in this game. How far back is that going to put me? Pump room, but let's put me a decent chunk back. Let's actually just check map. Wait, hang on. What? Okay. Yeah, so this is where we trip the breakers for the lift. There we go. Nice and quiet. Nobody's the wiser. Nobody has to get their head blown off. It always seems to be, whenever I'm dealing with lickers, I can sort of get through the area fine, but then when it's like the turn around and come back, that's when I always end up setting them off. It has to be like a scramble for the exit. It has unfortunately unpushed the box. Well, looks like there's something next to the item box, I swear. Yeah, put the submachine gun away. And we'll put the Magnum ammo away. No, I'm going to have to kill a whole bunch of stuff as soon as I come out of this lift. Stretch. This is just a one-shot at any distance, huh? I'm actually going to go back and put the Magnum away, just to free up an extra spot. Apparently there's just a ton of stuff that I need to be carting around here. Now that I think about it, maybe this was sort of the intention of the limited inventory system, is like, how can you survive on a absolute bare minimum stuff in your inventory so that you actually have enough space for all of the puzzle items and keys and crap that you need to carry around. Going down. Let's see how far we can get in the next 15 minutes. Red door first. Shells. Whoa. Right, forgot all you dudes were in here. I mean, I did a pretty good job of dealing with them, that's for certain. Crazy, because once again it waits for a while and then just sends me all of the notifications that have been building up all at once. Should probably reload. Anything in the mini fridge? Yaddy. Come on. Definitely take that. Alright. Let's try this again, and hopefully not just trade a bunch of damage back and forth. A lot cleaner. Still used 5 shotgun shells, but 14 back. Is there something here? I don't remember if there's anything in the mini fridge in this bit, but it doesn't look like there is. Anything on the computer desk? Big ribbon. I wonder how much of the placement of the ink ribbons is, hey, you should probably, like, nudging you to be like, hey, you should probably go save. you know, after all that. Let's torch some fucking plant monsters. Really? Those guys can poison you? Poisoned, we should probably address that sharpish. Thankfully, I know where there's that trough of blue herbs. I mean about lack of proper health feedback. I have no idea what kind of state I'm in, only poisoned. There we go. Okay, I am in caution, but this may be a symptom of a horror game being somewhat too effective. Because I am zoned right in. I am just trying to focus on not dying. I know, but like I'm trying to put on a good show here, you know? It's a bit difficult when I'm just like dialed in, trying desperately to not die. I'm just like focused on planning out my next move. Okay, we're gonna have to retreat again and clear some space. I'm gonna test something once I've freed up some space to get the fuse. I'm gonna try and open that shutter that has the two plant zombies behind it, and then I'm just gonna leave. And if there's two plant zombies in the same orientation that they would be normally, rather than, say, 4 plant zombies, then we will save a whole bunch of flamer fuel. Voice is starting to go, goodness me. Might as well save just so I don't lose a whole bunch of progress again. am also going to do, though, if those plant monsters can poison you, I'm going to swap out the first aid spray for the RGB herbs. Oh, I don't... Oh, I used it. Okay. The fact that there's only like 3 red herbs in the whole game is kinda wild. Alright, I guess we're sticking with the first aid spray then. Now that I'm not on the clock, let's go check out that that lab properly. Actually, we should restore power first, so that way the room actually has lights. That would be an idea. The freezer is this way. It looks like there's something in that freezer unit. Okay. And remember that there is another first aid spray here as well. Sit back while this does its thing. Go take main fuse. Let's go plug that bad boy in. Then we will go and check out the lab. At least something useful in there. One thing I do wonder about is that is how the hell I get out of bed every morning without choking to death on my own tongue, because I'm apparently an idiot. But one thing I wonder about is like exactly the difficulty differences between B story and A story. Is because on the one hand, I've been down a lot more ammunition and supplies in this one. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. But I've been struggling a lot more for supplies in this one compared to A story. But on the other, I've made it through this one. It feels a lot faster, and with significantly, I think we're only got as like half as many saves as A side. We're on like 9, and we finished A side at 16, I think. So I wonder if it's just differences in like pacing or... Dude. There we go, we now have power. What do you do? Oh, this is the vaccine machine. Here. Magnum bullets. 16? Holy shit! That's a lot of big boy bullets. Okay. And we've still got a couple of minutes left. Let's crack this open. This is the requires 2 people hand scanner, which we cannot do anything with yet. So, we've still got a little moment left. Let's test this theory. So we go in here, we hit this, that lets these guys out. So if I'm right, I leave, then I just come back in, and if there's only one plant zombie in front of the door and one around the corner, then we don't need to worry so much about clearing this hallway out and wasting a bunch of ammo. Yeah, so I just give you the old... Right, and down you go. Yeah, now I've got 66% of a flamethrower left, rather than like 30 that I had before. Either of those is a red, is it? Yeah. Please, I need a... I want to find a safe room. I don't think there's a safe room on the lower decks, but... Well, I've got shotgun shells. What's in this hallway? Okay, it's just... Is there going to be a drop jump scare? Yep. Okay, that's one down. Still 2 more. Making it easy, aren't you? Reload again. I think your pathfinding's having a bit of trouble there, friend. Let's back with that. I want to try and find somewhere safe before the end of the day. Go, and that's all of you dead. Right? Yes. I don't think there's any safe rooms down here, but oh, okay. This is a safe area. Yes, I remember now. Laboratory map. There we are. And that room just down there is the W key. Okay. At Smegging last. Let's save and we will call it a night. Thank you, ribbons. Alright. That will be all for today. Okay, we're at save 10 versus 14 before.
Scum.
So, yeah, good idea. Stretch. Alright. That is where we will call it for now, and we'll be back again on Thursday. Doot. Howdy, everyone. Oh, there will be no stream on Friday, I should probably mention, because I have been invited to a watch-along party over at Strawberry's server, where we're going to be watching Treasure Planet. I've not watched that in a absolute yonk, and the moment it got brought up, I absolutely had to. So, let's fire up the old follow lists and see who's about. Let's see. Bum bum bum. Ba-ba-da-ba-dum. Let's go over to Vivica's, I think. There we go. Vivica's doing some art. Showing off her adorable new chibi model. If you would like to get your own chibi model, go vgen.com/Vivica. Anywho, I'll see you all over there, and I'll see you again on Thursday, where hopefully we're going to be wrapping this up, which would be perfect, and then we can start Resi 3 on Monday. But until then, thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time. Good night, and much love.